1 second. Just. Shoot. Hi, how's everyone? Sorry about that. Twitch is giving me another huge ad over the chat, and I couldn't see the chat on Twitch, so I had to fix that real quick. How is everyone? How you guys doing? As we're waiting for people to get in here, I'll do a thumbnail real quick. So, thumbnail. What would be a good thumbnail? Okay, here we go. Thumbnail. Okay, hopefully Nicole was able to get that puck thing in the air like that. That would have been cool. Okay, maybe that would be a cool thumbnail. I don't know. So, hi. How is your guys' day? How is everyone doing? Tell me how your week's going so far. Welcome back to Vegas Aces Open Classroom live stream. My name is Heather Ferris with Vegas Aces Services LLC, and today I will be teaching you how to play roulette. So before we get started, I just want to remind you to subscribe and make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you're always notified of my latest videos and live streams. So my next live stream is my Let's Play 3-card poker live stream by popular request on Monday, February 11th at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you guys would do me a favor, tell me what you want next time. So we're doing 3-card poker next Monday. 3-card poker is going to be on Monday, and then after that I'm going to switch things up a bit. So tell me what you want to play after 3-card poker. So for example, if you want to play Pai Gow poker, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch it up. So right now the way that I have it is on Mondays it's the Let's Play live stream, and then on Thursdays it's the open classroom. And I'm like, why am I having an open classroom on how to play the game? And then before that, I'm actually playing the game. I should have the classroom first, and then we should play whatever we learned in the classroom. So that's what I'm going to start doing. So we'll have, say, a roulette, how to play roulette, open classroom live stream like today. And then next Monday, for example, on the very, very next Let's Play live stream, I'll do a Let's Play roulette live stream, and that way we can practice what we learned. So that's what I'm doing to switch it up a little bit. Hey Jose, good to see you. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. I'm glad you were able to come by. And hey Dur Fabo. Hey Dur, how you doing? Or maybe I should just say Fabo. Hey Fabo. It's like Fabio. Fabio. Okay, sorry. Okay, so back to this. So let me know what games you guys want to play next. So next Monday is 3-card poker, and then after 3-card poker, let me know what game you want to play after that. Only Fabo? Okay, cool. Not Fabio? Cool. Oh, hey, Joe, how you doing? Awesome. I'm so glad you were able to stop by. Joe has a nasty cold right now, and I was not actually even expecting him to stop by and say hi, so that's really awesome you were able to do that. Now, go to bed. Take care of yourself. He's such a rebel. I love that guy. Okay, so back to it. Let's see. So, yeah, let me know. Okay, good. I'm glad you're going to bed. Awesome. Get better. I hope you feel better, Joe. Please feel better, and I will call you after. Okay, so back to this. Since we are now a business, since Vegas Aces is now a business, we now sell stuff. So one of the things we sell, we do like, stuff. We sell stuff, but we also do services. One of the things that we sell is this really, really cool Vegas Aces sticker. So I just wanted to show that to you guys real quick. Here is the Vegas Aces sticker. I hope you guys can see it okay. And that is $5. So if you want a sticker, write it in the comments or email me at heather@vegas-aces.com and I'll send you the PayPal link. I think it's like PayPal. What is it? I'm going off the top of my head, so I'm probably wrong on this, but it's like PayPal/me/Vegas Aces or something. So I will give you that link if you want one. You guys are awesome in the chat. I love you guys. So I did that, got that out of the way. Okay, next on the list, remember to always tip your dealers. And now you can with a super chat. Super chat is a way YouTube allows you to show your appreciation by tipping me any amount you want. Give it a try, or you can show your support by becoming a member of my Patreon page. We have several different levels and rewards that you could choose from. And the goal for February is 5. So let's try to get 5 new people this month. Every membership level counts, even $1. So become a Patreon member today. Okay, got that out of the way. Awesome. Now let's do the announcements and updates. Sticker with Heather as a Queen of Diamonds. Boom. Nice. Hey, Cold Potato. Thank you very much. Very, very much appreciate that. Awesome. By the way, hi Cold Potato. How you doing? How's your week going? Good to see you. Yay. Okay, so announcements and updates. Again, we have the Meet and Greet 360 Vegas Vacation where I'm going to be meeting anyone who shows up. 6 p.m. Monday, May 27th at Ellis Island. Be there or be square. Second announcement, there will be no live stream on Thursday, Valentine's Day, because it's Valentine's Day. So there will be no live stream on that day, but we will continue the very, very next Thursday. And then an update with the courses. We're still working on the courses. Almost done with the script for that. Update with the book. I've been working more on the book than I have the courses, which is why I have more done with the book than the courses. But I just finished the chapter with my book, Chapter 7, Culture Shock. That was fun. That was like 24 pages long. And it dealt with all sorts of issues, ranging from the people that you see in the casino to important stuff like having to deal to alcoholics, gambaholics, some fun stuff in there like dealing to high rollers, dealing to people who have superstitions. So there's a lot of good stuff in that chapter of the book, and I'm really happy I'm done with it. That one took me a while. I had a really hard time with that one. So we got an update for that, update for the courses. I think that's all the updates we have to give. Oh, good. I'm glad you're having a good week so far, Cold Potato. Awesome. Hey, Slotshot. How you doing? Nice to see you. Hope you're having a good one. So let's get into this. Today, we are learning how to play roulette. How many of you guys have played roulette before? How many of you guys don't know anything about roulette, and this is the very, very first thing that you're learning about it? Let me know in the chats. Also, if you have any questions, feel free to ask, and we will get to this. Oh yeah, also, another really cool thing I have, my cool mug. So you will probably see me using this mug on every single live stream from now on, just so you know. Okay, so the first thing you should know about roulette is there are 2 different types of chips. You have these chips, like this, and these are your value chips. Your value chips are the chips that you take to the casino cage to get money for. So these chips are actually known as checks. The difference between chips and checks is checks has a monetary value to it, meaning you could take these clay chips to a cage in a casino and get money for it. A chip has no monetary value. So if you took a chip to a casino cage, they would not change it for money. So that's the difference between chip and check. So when you hear me talking about checks on a casino, that's what I'm talking about. These are checks right here, and that means that they're worth monetary value. I'm playing too much, but I love it. That's awesome. Love roulette. It has only loved me back once. Yeah, I could be a little unforgiving, that one. For sure. So, those are checks. Now, these are chips. And these are what you're going to be using at a roulette game. And these chips have no monetary value, meaning if you take them to the casino cage, you're not going to get any money for it. And these chips always need to stay on the table that you bought them at. So you can't say pick these up, walk away, and go to another table. These chips should stay on the table that you buy it at. Or these chips should stay on the table that you buy it out at. I swear I could say that sentence. So we'll use them as an example. Now let's go over how to bet real quick. First off, taking a look at this board, you have numbers 1 through 36. And then you have a single zero right here. Now, at some casinos, you could have a single zero, a double zero, or a triple zero. If you have a single zero, the house edge is 2.7%. If you have two zeros, the house edge goes up to 5.26%. And if you have three zeros, it goes up to 7.69%. So it's always more beneficial to play on a game that has a single zero than a double zero or a triple zero. The less zeros there are on the game, the better it is for you as a player, just so you remember that. Now, how do we bet on here? Well, let's say it's a $5 minimum bet when you go up to the table. Usually when it's a $5 minimum bet, how they do it is they want $5 outside and $5 inside. Now, what am I talking about? These bets right here are known as outside bets. Same with the columns. And this row, for example, pays even money. This row pays 2 to 1, and this row pays 2 to 1. And all of these are known as the outside bets. The numbers inside are known as the inside bets. And the inside bets have a wide range of what they pay depending on where the chip is located. And we'll go over that in a minute. So you are on a $5 minimum table. Here's $5 right here. Now, why can't you say go up and put one here, one or two there, one and one there? It's $5 minimum, right? That should count. Unfortunately, that does not count. You cannot do that on a roulette table. What you have to do is on the outside, it's 5 each. So you have to do 5 here, 5 there, 5 there, 5 there. It's always 5 total. You can't do like say 2 here and 3 there. They won't allow it. It has to be 5 and 5. But that's only on the outside. If you want to bet on the inside, it has to be 5 total too, but you could spread your chips around. They don't all have to be on the same one. So let's say if you have $5 on red and you want to bet your birthday, which is 19. Can you do that? You have a $5 minimum, right? So you have $5 right here. So that one chip should be fine. But unfortunately, you can't do that. That's not the case. When you're doing that, you bet $5 here, true. But if you're betting inside, you have to bet $5 inside as well. 5 outside, 5 inside. So you would have to put $5 minimum on the inside for it to count. Let's see. Okay, no questions so far. So like I said, this one pays even money. These pay 2 to 1. With the columns, let's say we have a bet right here. And if any number in this square hits, then this column hits. And if this column hits, you get paid 2 to 1. Same thing with the middle column. If any of these numbers hit, you get paid 2 to 1. And if any of these numbers hit for the third dozen, you get paid 2 to 1. So first dozen, second dozen, third dozen, 2 to 1. And then you have the columns. And the columns pay 2 to 1 as well. Okay, cold potato. Question. Let's say you place a 34 red and it lands on 25 red. What's the payout? You placed on 30. Okay, what cold potato is saying is if you place a chip on 34, like so, on red, and it lands on 25 red, what happens, right? So there would be 0 payout because unfortunately your chip would lose. Now, let's say if your chip, instead of was on 34, it was on 24 or on 25, straight up, you would get paid 35 to 1. If you say had a $5 chip on red or $5 on red, you would get paid even money. If you had $5 on the third dozen, you would get paid 2 to 1. I probably didn't answer your question. I probably didn't understand the question right. So if I messed up, let me know in the chat. I think that's what you were asking. I'm not sure. And then, so let's continue with that. So inside, if you do one chip straight up, and when you have one chip on one number, it's known as straight up, and that hits, then it gets paid 35 to 1. If you have a chip on a split, which covers 2 numbers, and one of those numbers hit, you get paid 17 to 1. At 3 numbers, like so, is known as a street, and if any of these numbers hit, you get paid 11 to 1. 4 numbers is known as a corner, and that gets paid 8 to 1. 5 numbers, so top line is known as top line, and it's 5 numbers. If I had a 0 and double 0 here, we could do the top line, but unfortunately I only have 1 0, so there's no top line available. But if I did have 2 zeros, we could do the top line, which is 5 numbers, and 5 numbers pay 6 to 1. Next is a double street, like so, covering 6 numbers, and if any of these hit, you get paid 5 to 1. Now, if I had a 0 and double 0 right here, I could split between 0, double 0, but if I'm all the way on the other side of the table, I might not be able to reach there. In that case, I would put the chip on this line right here, which is the courtesy line. And this is the only area or the only way that you could do this and have it actually mean something. So for example, if you take a chip and you put it right here, that doesn't mean anything. That's not a bet. That's not going to work. If you put it in between red and black, not going to work. I don't know what you're doing. You need to take your money back, figure it out. But this right here is the only one that it actually works at. And this is the courtesy line, and this is a split between a 0, double 0 for people on this side of the table who can't reach. But like I said, I don't have a 0, double 0, but if I did. You answered it right? Yeah, awesome, cool. High five. Jose, what's the most you can bet straight up? It depends on the casino and it depends on the table what the maximum bet is. They usually have a maximum aggregated payout, and what that means is no matter how much you bet, they only pay out to that certain amount. So if you go up to a table with an aggregated table amount of 100,000, then anything over 100,000 you don't win, because that's the max that pays out for one payout. So it really just depends on the casino and it depends on the table. Usually there's a minimum maximum sign over here where you could find that information, and it will tell you what the maximum is to play. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. Okay, so let's see here, where was I? Okay, I think that was that. So you guys know the basic layout of the table. You know what the payouts are. You know what each one pays per se. Let's get started and do how the game is played. So the first thing you do when you come up to a roulette table is you cash in your money or your checks for roulette chips. And these roulette chips are all different colors. So here I have blue ones. Here's some pink ones. I got purple, yellow, green, red, you name it, peach, I got it. And they all are the same. All of the chips are exactly the same. So this one would be $1. This one would be $1. The only reason why they're different colors is so the dealer knows whose chips are whose. So if this player is over here and this player is over here, and both of them are betting like that, and that's a big old mess, well, when I'm going to pay out the amount, I could see, okay, all of the pink chips get paid one amount, and all of them go to this person who's playing pink, and all of the blue chips get paid one amount, and they all go to this person who's playing blue. And that way I know what to pay and who to pay it to, and it makes it easier for the dealer. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. Hey, surprise me. How you doing? Good to see ya. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and we are just going over how the game is played and what to do. So if you were just getting in here, you missed the very basics and the betting. So how much everything paid, where to put your chips, that kind of a thing. If you have any questions or if you're confused, feel free to ask it in the comments, and I will answer it for you, no problem. And everyone's saying hi. That's awesome. Actually, it's 11:30 p.m. in Germany. Dang. Oh, wow. I hope you had a good day today. How's Germany as far as weather goes? I think we are at 32 outside, but it's sunny. But we're at 32. Not windy. No wind anymore, but pretty cold. Well, cold for me. I'm cold at 70. Oh no, I'm lost now. Oh no! That's horrible. Okay, let's start over. So that way you could hopefully figure this out. Hey Chuck, good to see you. It's so nice that you stopped by. Hi. Awesome. Yay. Chuck is one of my favorites. Oh wait, I don't have favorites. I don't know what you're talking about. No favorites here. Okay, so we walk up to the table, we change our chips or our money for roulette chips. We get roulette chips like so. Now what do we do? Well, like I said, if it's a minimum $5 table, you bet $5 outside and $5 inside. So let's say number blue, or not number, color, the person who's playing blue wants to bet red. So he's going to put 5 chips on red, like so. And then he wants to, let's say he thinks it's an odd. Going to put it on odd. Next, we're going to do one of the dozens. So let's say he thinks it's the first dozen. And then he thinks it's the column. So as you can see, he's betting all outside. It's a $5 minimum, and he put a $5 bet on each one of the outside ones. So that's what you do for all the newbies who are coming in, is you put $5 on the outside, but it has to be $5 total. On the inside, you could spread out the $5. So it's like $1 here, $1 there, $1 there, but it has to be $5 total on the inside. So we did that. This player right here, yeah, she likes the outside bets or whatever. So she's going to put them on even. I'm being so sexist right now. Being blue a guy and pink a girl. So sexist. So we got $5 on even, and we want to play a few numbers. So in order to play a few numbers on the inside, she has to have $5 minimum to play. So we have $5 minimum. She wants to put 1 on the 0, straight up. She wants to do a split between 13 and 16. Maybe do a double street right here where she's covering these 6 numbers. Let's see, what else haven't I done? Straight up, split, corner. We need a corner. So we have these 4 numbers right here, which is a corner. And I am missing, what am I missing? A street. So we will do a street right here, and she's covering these numbers. So as you can see, she wants to play outside and inside, which means that she has to do $5 on the outside total and then $5 on the inside total, but the $5 on the inside could be spread out. Yes, I just admitted to that. Shut up. Hey, it's the Big Meowski. Awesome. Big Meowski on Twitch. How you doing? Thanks for showing up. We're explaining how to play roulette, so if you have any questions, feel free to ask. And if you guys, yeah, and then that's it. So I'm going to take a drink real quick. My throat is getting parched. Okay. So now that we have done our bets, and everyone's made a bet and everyone's done, now what happens? Well, now the dealer is going to spin the ball, and the ball is going to tell us what number hits. Unfortunately, since I do not have a actual roulette table, I don't have a roulette wheel and I can't spin the ball. So what I've been doing is doing the little random number generator right here. And so 1 through 36, 1 through 36, if any of those numbers hits, that's where it lands. And then number 37 is going to be the 0. So as the dealer, everyone's making their bets. I say no more bets. That means everyone's done. They stop what they're doing. They're totally good for what they're totally good to go. And then the ball drops and the ball lands in a number. And that number is, let's see, 11. So 11 hits right here. And then all the winners and all the losers are taken or paid, depending on what happens. So for this example, let's say 11 hits, it's black, so unfortunately red loses. It is odd or even. 11 is odd, so that means even loses, so we're going to take this bet. This first dozen right here won, so this bet won. And then all of these bets inside, let's just pretend that this was actually over here, so that way I have something to pay. All of these other bets who didn't win, they're going to be taken down. So the 0 was just covering the 0, and that's why it's taken down. The 13 and the 16 are just covering the 13 and the 16, and that's why they're taken down. And that's why these numbers are taken down. So now we pay the players. Now that everybody's lost and all the money's taken down, now we pay the players. One more second. Cool. I'm glad you like the split screen. And then we have the lights and everything, and I got the music, and I think I'm going horse. Yay, I'm going horse. But yeah, I try to spruce it up a little so you guys have like a really nice live stream. Hey Clayton, good to see you. How you doing? Phone screen is too bright. I think you could change the settings on your phone to make it a little bit darker or dimmer. So now we pay everyone. Everyone's good to go. Now we pay. So with the outside bets get paid even money. So that gets paid even money, like so. The dozens get paid 2 to 1. So this dozen right here gets paid 2 to 1. And then the columns get paid 2 to 1. So the column, the one over here, is going to get paid 2 to 1 as well. Now, the only bet that went inside is the street, and that street covers 10, 11, and 12, so if any of these numbers hit, it wins. A street pays 11 to 1, and we only have one chip on there, so we are going to give the player 11 chips. Now, normally the dealer will have an area over here on the side where they're going to like basically figure out the chips and who's going where and that kind of a thing, and then push it to everyone. I could go all the way over here, but then you guys really can't see what's going on. So 11 to 1. So 11 right there. And then this stack of 11 goes to this player because it's pink. Pink, pink. That's how I know who to pay. And then that is the end of the hand. And then we move on to the next hand, and everyone picks up their money and they put their bets down again, and then we go again. And that is basically how roulette is played. Does anyone have any questions so far? Pineapple juice is better for... Don't tell him that. Pineapple juice is not better for that. Okay, cool. So you guys are pretty quiet in the chat. It's a weekday. I think like weekdays are just a quiet day. I like you guys on Monday because you guys are just blowing up my chat on Mondays. Hey, let's get you guys in here. Give me a couple bets. We're not going to do a let's play like what we did on Monday, but give me some bets that you guys want, and I will go through a couple more hands with you guys. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask. Oh, did you know that if you added up all of the numbers on a roulette wheel, it equals 666? Fun fact. I like that one. 16, 19, 35, 16, 19. Where's 19? There it is. 35. Got it. The horse throat. I know! My throat is killing me. I might have gotten something. I hope not. There's a cold going around. Everyone's getting a cold. It's not cool. Clayton, 4. Clayton, you got it on 4. Willie wants black, so we are going to give him some black. Let's see. There we go. 5 on black. Red and even. 5 on red. 5 on even. Got it. Okay, cool. Yeah. 32. Awesome. There you go. Oh, pineapple juice for the horse throat. I thought you were saying pineapple juice for the screen to make it dimmer. I'm like, yeah, technically if you like dunk your, phone into a glass of pineapple juice, that'll make it dimmer as it slowly dies a death, a horrid death. That's what I thought you were talking about. I didn't know you were talking about for the throat. Yeah, I know, the throat is just bad. Black 2811. Okay. Black. Let's get some more colors in here. More colors. Yay. Okay. So you said black 2811. Black 2811. Okay. I only have time for one bet. Well, let's get you in there. Hey, Nashvillean. By the way, you missed a Nashvillean. I said it. I said it. You can gargle mouthwash for that sore throat. I know, it sounds so horrible. Okay, so box bet 2356. 23, where are you? There you go. Okay, gotcha. 2356. Lucky 13. Lucky 13. Where do you get your roulette chips from? These roulette chips are actually from the Fitzgeralds before they closed. So these are the actual real roulette chips. Let's see, from the Fitzgeralds. I don't know if you can see it, but it says the Fitz. And a friend of mine who is a casino manager gave me these chips, and I was like really thankful for that. Same thing, this is an authentic roulette layout from an actual casino, a really nice casino. I have the name covered up right here because I don't want to get sued. I'm trying to like keep the whole, logos and stuff out of this. But yeah, Fitzgerald's. Okay, so everybody's good. So as you can see here, we all made the bets. We have $5 outside, almost 5 inside. I think a couple of these. So 1, 2, 3. Orange is missing 1, so we'll put 1 in there for him. Blue, 1, 2, 3, 4. Blue is missing 1 more because we need $5 minimum, so we'll give blue 1 more. And then does pink have 5? 1, 2. Nope, pink only has 2. So pink needs 3 more before they can play. We'll do 1, 2, and 3. Because remember, you need a $5 minimum outside, $5 minimum inside. So now we have a $5 minimum inside, like so. And each one of these is a minimum of $5. So we're good on the outside. I know, right? It sucks when they close down casinos and everything and then you miss them. I miss the Aladdin. I miss the Stardust. I miss, what's the other one? Dunes. Yeah, there's a lot I miss. Okay, so everybody's good. We're all good. You bet the chips and everything. The dealer spins the ball. The ball is spinning. Everyone is cool. The dealer says, okay, no more bets. No more bets. And then after that, the ball lands. Oh, by the way, well, I'm going to say this later, but I'll just say it right now real quick. William Hamilton on Facebook was asking me about this. William Hamilton on Facebook was like, hey, you keep like rolling the numbers and I don't know what the past numbers are, so what the heck? So this is what I started doing. So every time we do a Let's Play Roulette live stream, I'm going to put all of the numbers on here so that way you guys can see what the past numbers are. And that is thanks to William Hamilton on Facebook. So, okay. So the last one was 11. 11, like so. Let's see what the next one is. Let me know if you guys can see that okay. So, the next one, there we go. Ball spinning, ball is dropping, ball drops, and 34 is a winner. 34 is a winner. 34. Ah, I don't know what I did on here. Oh, there we go. Okay, 34. So again, we're going to put the number on here. So next one is 34. There you go. Okay, so number hits, number is chosen, number goes up on the board. Now the dealer takes and pays the bets. So the dealer, by the way, if you were dealing this game, when you were putting the marker down, you always put the marker down with your palm face up. And the reason why is for game security and table protection. So, for example, if I was a dirty dealer, I could put a chip in my palm, like so. And if I was going to pick it up or put it down like this, I could drop the chip and then, oh, hey, look, a winner. Oh my God, isn't that so cool? So that's why when the dealer goes to put down the marker, they have to put down the marker with their palm facing up. So 34. 34 is red. That means red wins. Unfortunately, black loses. Is it even or odd? 34. 34 is even, so we're going to keep that there. Odd would lose. And then all the numbers on the inside. If it's not anywhere close to 34, we don't have to worry about it. If it's anywhere close to 34, we just have to make sure we don't take any bets down. So all the losers, no offense, are taken down, and then all the winners are paid. So red gets paid even money, and even gets paid 1-to-1 or even money as well. The marker is picked up, and then we start a new round. Any questions? I missed the Riviera. Yeah, the Riviera just closed too. That was a really good one. I went to a few conventions over there. That was a really nice one. What other casinos do you guys miss? Honestly, though, the roulette pill has no memory of what number it landed. Yeah, that's true. It's all about statistical fluctuation. Yay, 1 on 2 spots. 9-12 split. Okay, Clayton, let's get you in here. 9-12 split. So, 9-12 split. There you go. Any interesting stories from roulette? Oh, I got a ton of interesting stories from roulette. Ton of interesting stories. Okay, so I'll tell you some interesting stories while I'm mucking, and you guys go ahead and put up some numbers of what we're going to do. Put up some bets. What interesting story should I tell you on roulette? I had a counterfeit person come up to my roulette table one time, and he gave me $100 or $200, but it was really horrible. Like, he did it wrong. With the counterfeit money, it was slanted. The green looked really weird. It just wasn't very good. It wasn't well done. And so instead of dropping the money in the drop box like what you would normally do, I called over my floorman. And I'm like, hey, can you take a look at this? He's like, yeah, sure. So he takes the money. He calls up security. You know, a couple people come down. They take a look at the money. And afterwards, they figure out that it's counterfeit money. So the guy comes over, the floorman, he comes over to my table, and he's like, yeah, that was totally counterfeit money. And the guy who is playing gets all nervous and scared, and he's sweating and that kind of thing, and he's like, I'm just going to go. And he picks up his money, and he starts walking away. And I'm like, sir, you can't go anywhere. Those chips are worthless. If you leave, you're not going to get anything for those chips. They're completely worthless. You have to color them up. Oh, okay, sure, no problem. So he colors them up. He gives me the chips. And I'm sitting here, and I'm, like, coloring them up. You know, like, okay, let's count this. Let's see what we got. We're doing good. and I'm going super slow. Like, I'm going like really, really slow. And I'm like, okay, here is $25. Here you go, sir, or however much it was, $100 or whatever it was. Here you go, sir. And I give him the $100 chip. Now, I made sure that I was going slow enough that security and everyone, the floorman and all of them, they were all getting into place. So by the time I colored him up, they were all into place, and the guy turns and he goes to leave, and security's right behind him, and they're like, sorry, sir, you're not going anywhere, and they pick him up and they take him. And they ended up handcuffing him and taking him to jail for counterfeit. Of course, was not able to keep the money at all that I gave him. But just the fact that he sat there and waited for me to color him up because he was so greedy, still wanted the money. And yeah, that was really funny. I just laughed a lot after that. My boyfriend hit the 19. Awesome. Let's put 19 up here. In fact, since your boyfriend hit the 19 and I'm holding a $25 chip, let's put $25 straight up on 19. Let's see how that does. Surprise me wants black and odd. Black and odd, you got it. Cool. Ignore that. Too long for me to type the full story. Okay, so give me some more bets. Otherwise, I'm going to have to make up some bets myself. I did the 9-12 split. We could do 1 straight up, 0 straight up. We'll do a 14-17 split. 26, 27, 29, and 30 corner right here. We'll do a 31-34 double street. And a 22 street. 22 street. Isn't that 21st Street? We'll do 21st Street. I'm sure there's like a TV reference there somewhere. I'm just not remembering what TV show it was. I think it was 21st Street. 16 and 35 again, please. Okay, 16 and 35. 16 and 35. You got it. Another roulette story was I was dealing roulette at the Rio, and it was a Friday night, and it was completely filled, completely packed with people. And I had this drunk 20-year-old, 23-year-old college dude, whatever. He was so freaking wasted. And this this dude, excuse my language, I'm sorry, I need to not curse when I'm on live streams. This dude got the bright idea that, he was winning and he didn't want to leave the table, but he had to go to the bathroom. And so he took his empty beer bottle, set the empty beer bottle on the ground, pulled out his thing, tried to go to the bathroom in the empty beer bottle, of course was missing everywhere, didn't even get a drop inside the beer bottle. And it's so busy that there are people that are walking by that they don't see what's going on, and he's like peeing on their legs as they walk by, and they don't realize it. And so I had to call over my floorman, and I'm like, just look, like, dude, come on. And my foreman had to call security, and they had to like carry him out. That was pretty crazy. Let's see, 4, 5, 7, 8 corner. 4, 5, 7, 8 corner. Got it. Is roulette played in low-end tables? Asking for a friend. Is roulette played in low-end tables? Low-end. You mean, is roulette played on tables where you don't have to stand, where you could sit? Is that what you're talking about? If that's the case, yes. There are plenty of roulette tables out there where they are sitting level instead of standing level. So if there's someone in a wheelchair, they can easily play the game, no problem. Which, I have another roulette story that actually reminded me of that. Let's just see what else you guys are saying. $5 middle column. Okay, $5 middle column. Got it. Okay. And there's no love on that side. Okay, please. Oh. Dirty fuckers. Okay, so this guy in a wheelchair. Oh, let me think. It's been so long since I thought about this story. What happened with that? It was the guy in the wheelchair, and he comes up to the table. Oh man, I don't even remember half of that story, and it was a good story too. I'm gonna have to look that one up because I know it's on my website. That is the reason why I put down all of my stories on the website, because I knew I would forget them after so long of not telling them. That when I first got out of dealing, so I was dealing for five years, I think, something like that. And I stopped dealing, and after I stopped dealing, I wrote down all of my stories that I had, because I had a ton of stories. And that was the very first thing that went up on the Vegas Aces website. The very, 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 very first thing ever on the Vegas Aces website was all of my stories, and that's actually just what the website was just all of my dealing stories, because I didn't want to forget them. And you can actually still go to my website under entertainment and look up my stories. But this one, if you get a chance, it was on the roulette table. The guy was in a wheelchair. It had something to do with red black, and he was betting $100. And it was like he was cheating or something, but he screwed up. I don't remember, but if you go on my website, I'm sure it's on there. And I have all sorts of different stories on there too. You can see all of my dealing stories on there, everything. Even the stuff I can't talk about because it involves celebrities, and I can't say the celebrities' names because I'll probably get like defamation or whatever, but I still have it on my website, and I wrote down the celebrities' names on the website. So screw it. If they like hate me, they can hate me, but well, I don't know. Yeah, I won't tell you. You could go on my website and take a look. Please collect them in a book. Actually, there are a few of the stories in my book that I'm writing. I am currently writing a book right now, and there are some stories in there. It's not a book of stories. It's just a book of like dealing, but I have some stories in there. But yeah, if you go to my website, you can see all the stories on my website, and I have everything. I have that guy who was a high roller, and he was playing on craps, and he was winning, and he like didn't want to leave the table, so he shit himself, and he took his leg, and he like shook his leg, and the little shit ball like rolls out and everything, and he continues playing, and there's just this nasty smell, just this really awful smell at the craps table. And my foreman, he's like, oh, gotta do something. I'm not gonna like sit here and smell this for freaking 8 hours. It's not gonna happen. So he ends up talking to the high roller, and they end up comping him a free jogging suit. And the host takes him away. We stop the game. We're like, we won't roll any other, any other rolls. We won't move anything. We won't touch anything. So we basically froze the game, and we waited for him to go with the host and change his clothes and clean up because he smelled so badly. And we comped him a free jogging suit so that way he could change into the free jogging suit. Yeah, right? Very ironic. Crapping at a craps table. It happens, and that's not the first story of someone crapping on a craps table. That's the crazy part. I've had people crap on there. I've had people pee on there. I had a guy actually like climb up on the table in the little like craps boat that there is, this adult male, and he just lied in there and slept like it was a bed. And he just laid in there and like he just went to sleep. Like, okay, I'm done now, and climbed up on the craps table and then went to bed, and okay, whatever. So yeah, you see some really amazing stuff on there. Another story I have is, let me see if I have any other roulette stories. Well, I'll tell this story while it's on my mind. It was Halloween, and it was at the Rio, and this woman comes in with this costume that was just mind-blowing. She took saran wrap and made a dress out of saran wrap, but she had nothing on underneath. No underwear, no bra, no nothing. Like, you could see everything. Like, it was clear saran wrap, and it looked like it was like a saran wrap dress, but it was completely clear, see-through, and there was nothing on underneath. And she walked around the casino there for a while. She actually got away with it for a while, because the security guards who all saw her, like, she was really hot. So they saw her and they didn't stop her. They're just like, oh yeah, go ahead, continue. We'll just sit here and watch. And then one of the security guards that is female, she finally saw, and she got all pissed off and everything. So she went up to the woman and ended up kicking her out of that. But yeah, I had that in my head for some reason. Have you ever had someone jump on one of your tables? I had someone jump over my table to try to grab the chips and run away. By the way, if you are a casino dealer and someone does that, dude, just let them. It's not worth it. If they have a gun, if it's anything like that, it's not worth like hurting yourself or, putting yourself in a bad situation over like a couple $100s. Just so you know. But yeah, so I had I had one person do that. No, other than that, no one really jumped up on my table. I know that we had a customer that jumped up on someone else's table, but I didn't see it and I wasn't around for it, and it was someone else's table. I had someone throw an ashtray at me. This guy was super, super drunk. He was really pissed off at me, and he picked up an ashtray and he threw it at me, and he was so wasted that I was able to like sort of sidestep it, and the ashtray ended up hitting my floorman, and my floorman's like 6'3", huge muscular guy. He works out, he lifts weights, like, oh, dude was huge. And he turns around and he comes over, and my player who threw the ashtray just shrinks. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hit you. And my floorman's like, okay, you didn't mean to hit me, but you meant to hit her. We're throwing you out. So they ended up throwing the guy out. And then I had an MIT guy on my table. You see, you can't start me with stories. I'll go on forever if I start talking about stories. We had an MIT guy on the table, one of the MIT blackjack people. I didn't know it was him. My floorman knew it was him. And he was the only one on the table that was playing, and he was just betting crazy. He was betting like $10 one hand, $500 another, 20 on one, 1,000 on another, just going crazy, not even trying to hide it or anything. And my floorman was like, I'm shuffling the deck, and as I'm shuffling the deck, the floorman comes over and he's like, cut the deck in half. And I'm like, the fuck are you talking about, cut the deck in half? I'm not cutting the deck in, what? He's like, just do what I say. Okay, fine. So I cut the deck in half, and what I'm saying is, you have a cut. I don't have like a deck or anything. You have a deck, and then you have a cut card, and you normally cut the deck like a deck and a half. And when the cut card comes out, that's when you know to shuffle. Instead of cutting it a deck and a half on a 6-deck shoe, he wanted me to cut it 3 decks. So that's why I was like, what do you mean cut it 3 decks? Like, what are you talking about? So I cut it 3 decks. I cut it half the deck, and we're dealing to him and everything. And all of a sudden, security comes over. And the guy, the MIT guy, he gets up and he puts his hands behind his back, and they handcuff him. They pick up his chips and they all walk out, and no one says one word at all. And I'm like, what the heck just happened? Like, what was that? And my foreman was like, that was one of the MIT guys. When he walked into the casino, the facial recognition software from the security cameras recognized him, and they alerted security and they alerted authorities. So we had to wait for authorities to get here before we can handcuff him and escort him off the property. But he knew that, which is why he didn't even bother like trying to hide what he was doing. He was just trying to make as much money as he possibly could before they escorted him out. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying in here. Let's see. In roulette, can you bet 6 numbers at once with 1 check? Yes, you can. So, Clayton, you can do that, and you are talking about a double street. You would put the chip, here, let me put it a little closer. So for 25-28 for this row, you would put the chip right here, and it would cover these numbers right here, which is 6 numbers, and that pays 5 to 1. So yeah, that is known as a double street, Clayton. Can you make a bet for the dealer roulette? I tend to tip separately after each win. Okay, cool. So I'll take pink. My birthday is on the 16th. Where is that? Okay, so I am straight up on the 16th. That is the dealer's tip right there. Awesome. Woo, woo. And you should do a stream of just stories. Oh my god, I could talk for 8 hours with just stories. You think my voice is hoarse now? Just wait until I sit there and talk for 8 hours telling you all my stories. Oh, that's a good question. Slotshot says card counting isn't illegal, is it? Did the MIT keep his winnings? That is a very, very good question. Card counting is not illegal. There is nothing wrong with it. You are not doing anything wrong at all, completely. There's nothing wrong with it. Now, that said, the casinos have a different perspective on it. As a casino worker, as casino management, they view it as cheating. They view it as something that's wrong. And because of that, if they feel like you're trying to game the system or take advantage of the system so they can't win, they will kick you out. It's not illegal, but they are private property, which means they could kick you out for trespassing. And you could be kicked out for trespassing for any reason at all. It doesn't even have to matter what that reason is. It's trespassing their private property. And that's what they do. So they will arrest you for trespassing, but that's it. It's not illegal. I hope that answers your question. Yes, we could still play, definitely. Okay, so enough talking. We have our bets made. Everyone's good to go. Our last numbers were 11 and 34, and we are spinning the dice. Spinning the ball. So we're spinning the ball, ball spinning, ball slowing down. We're getting ready to stop, and the number is 35. 35. So we are going to write 35 on here. And we are going to mark 35. And hey, look, we got one straight up. Awesome. So 35 is the winner. What do we do now? We take and pay bets. So we take all of the losing bets. We go over to the outside bet. Always go outside in, top to bottom. So outside bets go first. It's black, which means red loses. So we take that. It's 34, which means it's even. That means odd loses. So we take that. This column wins. That's awesome. And then what we do is we sit here and we move all of the chips out of the way that didn't win. This one and that one, so we're going to leave those here. And all of the other chips get swept up and they're no longer in play. So after we take all of the losers, like so, then we pay the winners. Winners get paid even money. So this would be paid even money right there. And this would be paid even money right here. There you go. The columns are paid 2 to 1. So this column bet that won would get paid 2 to 1. And then we go outside in. So between this bet and this bet, we're going outside in, top to bottom. So this would go first. And then this would go second. So if you have a lot of chips out here and you're trying to figure out who to pay, where, when, what to do, always go outside in and from top to bottom. So this one's first. This is a double street. 6 numbers. 6 numbers pay 5 to 1. Where is that? So 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 6 numbers pay 5 to 1. So we have 5 right here, and we know that we pay the peach person. So we give $5 to the peach person. And then this one is 35 straight up. So we take 2 stacks. Each stack is $20 or 20 chips. We minus, say, 5 chips, and that gives us 35. And we take this and we give 35 chips to the person who has blue. And then everyone is paid, everyone is good to go, and we are done with that one. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying in the chats. Yay, I won! Woohoo! Ha! Jose, since this is an open classroom, we're not doing a Let's Play live stream. I didn't assign chips to anyone. So I just put the chips out there. I figured you guys would know what your numbers are. If you hit it, you would know if you won. And this is just to show you how the game is played. We're not doing a Let's Play live stream where I give chips out to everyone and we all play and that kind of a thing. I will hit and run now. That is a smart way of gambling. I gotta go, Heather. Thank you for the live stream. Okay, thank you for showing up, Clayton. I appreciate it. Good to see you. I hope to see you on the next one, Clayton. Hope you have a good day. Flops. If this was real money, I could put up my Patreon. Yeah, I wish, right? Okay. So we are going to do one more, and then after that, we're going to call it quits for the day. So if you have any other questions, put them in the comments. Now would be a good time to put them in the comments. We'll, again, do one more roll or one more hand, and then after that, we're going to call it quits. So we're going to be done after that. So if you have any numbers, go ahead, put them up, and I will put you up there. And Yeah, let me know if you have any other questions or if there's anything that you don't understand. Or if there's anything you want me to go over one more time. And as you guys do that, I'm going to take another drink. Okay. Got a dash. Okay, thanks a lot, Shot. Appreciate you showing up. Glad you can make it. And if you have any other questions, let me know and I'll help you out. Hope to see you on the next one. Hey, Cold Potato, I really appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much. Yay! Cool. I love when people tip their dealers. Thank you. So, do you guys have any other numbers that you want to play, or should I just start throwing them out here? Ha! Hey, how are you, Hanafi Din? Hi, how are you? You want to know the Star Trek actor that messed things up for me, so you're one of my Star Trek people. I was trying to keep that secret, but I will tell you, just because I really don't like the guy, and he really bugged the crap out of me. In fact, I don't even want to watch Discovery now because of that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, maybe that's a good thing. So he was the captain. He was the one that was the Mirror Universe captain. I don't want to say his name, but well, I guess it doesn't matter because I already said like what he did or what his character is. So basically, it's Jason. Jason's the one that did it. So, yep, that is the answer to that question. Okay, and let us never speak of this again. Okay, so William wants the second dozen, so we're going to put some money on the second dozen. Second dozen right there. And then red and odd, so let's put some on red, and let's put some on odd. Shift my column bet to 316. Okay, you got it. It is shift over there, no problem. And then let's put some money inside. So we are throwing some money inside. We're throwing some money straight up on one number. We're doing it a split, two numbers. Gonna do a double street, corner, a street. Do you guys have any other ones? Let me know. Otherwise, we're just going to put all sorts of numbers out here. Okay. So, that is that. Do you guys have anything else? Jose, I will bid you adieu. Oh, bye, Jose. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate it. Good to see ya. Hope to see you on the next one. Wolfgar. Hey, Wolfgar. How are you? Thanks for showing up. Are there many single zero wheels in Vegas? I find them hard to find. There are a couple single zero wheels here in Las Vegas. I believe the Cromwell was one of them on the strip that does single zero. There might be one other one that do single zero, and it's like they're really proud of it. If you Google it, I'm sure you could find it, but I believe Cromwell was one of them. Okay. So everybody's good to go. Everyone has their bet up. Everyone's done placing their bet, and everyone is cool. The dealer will spin the ball. They'll say no more bets. The ball is spinning as we're waiting for the ball to drop. And the ball drops on 0. 0. Remember, because we do 1 through 36 and then 37, 0. So 0 hits. Woohoo! Got one straight up on 0. Awesome. Well, not so awesome. I can't say it's awesome because actually if 0 or double 0 hits, all of your outside bets lose automatically. So I can't necessarily say it's awesome because that's not awesome for them. That actually stinks for them. So all of the outside bets lose on a 0. And then we have one chip straight up that's going to get paid. All of the other chips are losers and they get taken and put down over here. And then the one chip straight up gets paid 35 to 1. So this person would get paid 35 to 1 or $35. Okay, so if you have any last questions, go ahead and ask them. And I am going to probably be calling the live stream here pretty soon. Any other questions before we go? Let's see here. I have never played roulette. Does anybody find it fun? That's a very good question. So if you are watching, do you find roulette fun? And what do you find fun about it? And Wolfgar would love to know that answer. I like roulette because I enjoy the math. I really like having a full table and trying to figure out, like, okay, this person gets paid this person gets paid that, and I really enjoy trying to figure out all the math. And I like spinning the ball. Oh, but, okay, here's another story. I got one more story for you guys. So I had just started learning how to deal roulette. I didn't know what I was doing, and I was learning. And one of the things you have to learn is, spinning the ball. And I was pretty bad about it. So I'm just learning how to deal roulette. I'm on the roulette table. I have this super, super, super cute guy on my table. Like, oh my God, so freaking hunky. So cute. Like, I was just, Okay, so he was on the table, and I'm sitting here, and I'm trying to spin the roulette ball, and the roulette ball flies out of the wheel, bounces on the table, and hits the dude right in the crotch area. And I went red. Like, just totally red. And he picks up the ball and he gives it back to me, and he's like, well, now I know where you're looking. Just kill me now. So yeah, that was a fun story from when I was learning. If you wanted to play strategically and not, yeah. So Cold Potato says, yes, it's fun if you want to play strategically and not for fun, win, gain. Flops. What is the maximum number of individuals who could play on a single table? I believe the number is 7. And you can tell what the maximum number of people on the table is by looking at the roulette chips. So if they have, say, 7 piles or 7 groups of different colored roulette chips, then you know the max is 7. If they have 10, you know the max is 10. So take a look at their wheel or their area, and however many groups of colored chips they have, that's how many people can play. But I believe it's 7. William says, I like it, but I'm still working on the strategy. Wolfgar says, I like to play slow-paced games like Pai Gow. Yeah, I love Pai Gow too. Pai Gow's fun. Oh boy, crotch ball. I know, it was embarrassing. It was so embarrassing. What bets can you play with cash? Technically, Wolfgar, you could play any bets you want with cash. Cash plays. It's not really good. The casino doesn't like it, and the casino will always try to change you for chips versus cash. But if you want to play cash, or if you're a high roller who wants to play cash, you could just say, no, I want it to be cash. It's a cash play type of thing, and the dealer will, or the casino will let you play cash pretty much on any bet. You just have to tell them, no, I'm very strict about this. It needs to be cash. And then they should just let you play cash, and it'll be cash plays. Oh, it was a question, Cold Potato? I thought you were telling, oh, okay. I thought you were telling him why you liked roulette. Okay, so if you want to play strategically and not for fun, what game would you play? Oh, okay. If you want to play strategically and not for fun, what game would you play? Okay, if I want to play strategically but not for fun. So if I'm playing just to make money and I'm doing it strategically just to make money and not for fun and just for gain, I would play one of 3 games. I would play either craps, because you have true odds on craps. Yes, I know there's a pass line house edge of 1.41%, but it's not that bad. It's actually, not that horrible. But then if you do true odds, it's all like 0% house advantage or house edge. So that's a really, really good one to do if you're playing strategically. Second one would be mini baccarat or big baccarat or any baccarat game. Yes, I know that it's just betting like player banker, that type of a thing, but if you're betting strategically, then you would always bet on banker, because you know that in a baccarat shoe, banker comes out more often than player. And then the other one would be blackjack because the house edge is roughly 0.5%. If you get on a game that's, say, like it's an 8-deck shoe, pays 3 to 2, surrender is not available, but you could split aces and you could double down after a split, that kind of a thing, then you could get the house edge down to 0.43%. So it really just depends. I'd pick one of those 3 games. If you are playing strategically, stay away from carnival games. Carnival games have the worst house edge. They usually range from between 4% to 7%, and then their side bets are way higher than that. So stay away from carnival games. I hope that answers your question. At least you didn't hit him in the face with the ball. I have hit a player in the face with a ball, and he was 75 years old. That was horrible. It was a 75-year-old old guy, like old guy, like with wrinkles, like horribly old. And I flung the roulette ball, and it flew out of the wheel, and it hit the guy right here. And thank freaking God he had glasses, because it hit his glasses, and it bounced off. And he looked at me, he's like, "Are you trying to blind me?" No, I swear to God, I didn't mean for that to happen. Yeah, he was not happy with me. He hated me. He did not like me at all. So I have done that. Wolfgar, I play tiles. It's slow and has a low house edge. Yeah, tiles is really good too. Tiles, I have been studying up on my house edges. So I believe tiles is 1.5% with a house edge. And then if you play Pai Gow Poker, it's actually lower. Pai Gow Poker, it's either 1.43 or 1.46. I can't remember, but I know it's lower than tiles. I've been working on the house edge thing. I've been trying to memorize that. Okay, does anyone else have any other questions before I go? Anything else you want to talk about? Otherwise, we're going to call it quits for the day. Anyone else on the chat at all? Maybe I'll just dance. No? No one on chat? Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so, oh, we got one? No, okay. So, that does it for today's show. Thank you very much for joining me. Join us again next time for my Let's Play live stream on Monday, February 11th at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Until then, this is Heather Ferris with Vegas Aces Services, LLC, reminding you that education can change the world. Ah, cool. Oh no, I went to your site, clicked. Cold potato. Oh no, I went to your site, clicked entertainment, and the first thing I see is your pet, your dog. Place your pets. Yep, that was a meme that I made. That was a fun one. Hey Seven, good to see you. You just caught the end of this. I just said goodbye. This is a open classroom live stream. I am teaching you how to play roulette. If you have any questions, I would answer your questions for you. I give you the basic rundown of what it is, how the bets pay, and also how to play. And I do an open classroom every Thursday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then if you join me on Monday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we play the game, and I have everyone join me. So you guys come, I give you guys chips, you guys play the game with me, and it's a lot of fun. So hopefully 7, you'll subscribe and follow, and I'll see you more often. But I am just leaving for today. We had just finished our open classroom live stream. And you guys have been awesome. I really, really appreciate it. And I hope to see you on Monday. So thank you again, and have a great weekend. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.